Hello Pokemon fans, this is ProPokeNoob back today, looking with a different screen here. That's because I'm not bringing you a battle today, I'm bringing you a team builder day. Yes, this is what I was trying to do with my doubleheader. I believe it was last week, failed horribly, but what I tried to do is just try and put this as a separate video just by itself for an upload for one day, and hopefully the quality's looking a lot better as a full screen. Maybe it'll turn out not as choppy as stuff like that. Look, it's my cursor. Anyways, this is what the Pokemon Online Team Builder looks like. Let me give you a quick tour. So, if we look at the top here, File Style Theme Generation View. Here you can switch between the box. This is all my stored extra Pokemon that I use, once in a while. Or past Pokemon that I've made. There's my Little Cup team, Regigiga, stuff like that. Here's the Pokedex, so if you wanted to look up stuff like stats, here's the Bulbasaur. Let's say I just want to look up, hey, it's Rayquaza. Stuff like that. You can check type charts, stuff like that. It's very detailed. It shows you even the shinies. That's awesome. There's the team. Here's your little showing off stuff, so like your winning message, your losing message, what type of tier you generally do. I just put mixed just to be, generic. Team up here, EVs, IVs, hidden power type even. You can change this to shiny. If you have alternate forms on your Pokemon, there are alternate forms for that. Happiness level, mine's extremely unhappy. List of Pokemon, nickname, item with a picture. Import, export if you want to get some data. So for example, I can import this. No, I cannot. I can export it. Look guys, there's my whole team in paper form. It's awesome. I can do that if you guys actually need it. Nature, typing, all that stuff. This is a very detailed thing. I'm quite impressed with it. I should also point out the list of moves that he gets throughout 3rd gen and up, I believe. So, it's a very detailed program. And what I want to do today is bring you that RU team that I showed you last week in, I believe, number 17, Beware of Dog. I'll put a link, hopefully, either in the description or in this video of when I get to it. I've been really busy, so when I do find time to put the link, I will put it somewhere and I'll link it back to you in case you want to see this team in action now. This is kind of like part 1 to last week's, last Thursday or whatever. Anyways, let's get into this team before I run out of time. So, this is the RU team I've been experimenting with that I showed off last week. Just to quickly showcase, there are a couple of Pokemon that you've already seen, namely I believe the Hitmonlee and the Rotom Cut. But, just to go over it to show you kind of what thought processes I go through when I make these teams of mine. This is Rotom Cut. As you can see, it is max speed, max special attack, 4 in HP. Timid nature with the choice Scarf. I love this cursor. Anyways, the reason why I have timid Scarfers or jolly Scarfers over adamant or modest Scarfers is because I always like having that speed advantage over the power advantage. I figure if I'm going to Scarf a Pokemon, it's because I want them to be faster. So if I do come up with another Scarf Pokemon with the same base speed, then hopefully I can win the speed tie, or unless they're running the same thing, then I also know that they're not going to be able to hit me as hard. So it kind of helps me with that. It also helps me scout to see whether or not I'm dealing with a more powerful Scarfer or a faster Scarfer. Nonetheless, I usually run timid or jolly speed with the Scarf. And if I run adamant or modest, it has to be a very bulky Pokemon that's just meant to get speed, but I still want to hit harder. Anyways, that's what I usually do. Nonetheless, I have HP Ice on this. Moves down here, I have Leaf Storm, Thunderbolt, Trick, and HP Ice. As you guys know, this Rotom Cut can also run HP Fire and HP Ground. For the purposes of this team, actually, HP Ice has been working very well. So, I've been sticking to that mainly for, Dragon types, other Rotom Cuts who don't expect it, stuff like that. But anyways, this is Trimmer. That's my Rotom Cut. Now, going to this Whirlipede. As if you guys saw the hits from last week, you will see why. And I'm going to show you this right now, okay? Max defense, max special defense. 4 in attack. Okay? Now, there's a couple of reasons for that. Mainly, if I added to HP, I believe it dies to 4 Stealth Rock switch-ins. Like this, it can switch in 4 times and be left with 1 HP. But, that's not the point. Poison Point right here. Okay, Sassy Nature, extra special defense, because I believe it has base 99 defense and base 79 special defense. So, especially defensive in the ways of nature. Nonetheless, Toxic Spikes, Gyro Ball, Spikes, and Rest, if you guys saw them last week. If you didn't, here are the rest of the moves. Now, with this defense and the Eviolite, the defense of this Pokemon is 445. Now, let me quickly show you, because I can do this. Deoxys. Deoxys. Do it. Other forms. Please, other forms. There we go. Deoxys defense. Alright. Looking at Deoxys defense. Base 160 defense. With max defense EV investment and nature boosting, gets up to 460. Whirlipede, with a base 99 defense, max defense EVs, with the Eviolite, hits 445. 460? 445. This thing is like an NU Deoxys defense. It is unbelievable. Its special defense goes to 423. 460? 423. It is a huge taker of hits, and another amazing thing of it is it quad resists grass and fighting moves, which are fairly common in RU and NU, so this thing is very useful. It's also used in a duo switch-in that I have for this team that I'll quickly explain near the end. But this is my Whirlipede. It's meant to set up on walls. I've been having a little bit of problem with Gyro Ball because the walls that I generally set up on, I'm faster than still, even though I only have base 47 speed, and I have a speed lowering nature. So I'm trying to switch this out. I'm trying to think of what move to replace this with mainly. But otherwise, I'm pretty happy with Toxic Spikes. Toxic Spikes, Spikes, and Rest. So that's what I'm going with for now. Gramble. This Gramble, if you guys saw last week, was the Toxic Orb Quick Feet combo. So basically, this gets 1.5 times boost, which makes it up to 310 or 311 speed. I still don't know whether or not it rounds up. Nonetheless, what I did was made it a little bit specially defensive so that I can match its defense, because sometimes I like to do that. Made it jolly so I can get that horrific speed up a little bit. You know, 310's not too bad. But, you know, it matches the attack. I gave the rest into attack because I just want to be able to hit hard. Now, if you guys saw Return last week, I've put Facade on it for now. When I have time to actually play again this year, I'm going to test out Facade, and I'm going to see what actually works out better. Because I figured with Facade, with the Toxic Orb, it's going to hit base 210, whereas Return always hits base 153. At the same time, when I'm asleep, Facade doesn't get the boost from being asleep, so it hits as 105. So I'm torn between two 153 situations or a 210 and a 105 situation. Again, you guys want to leave me your opinions in the comment section, go for it. I'm glad to hear it because I really need to figure out what to do, Facade or Return. But I'm going to try this out when I have time to play this year, like I said, and hopefully everything will work out like that. Nonetheless, pretty straightforward, just hit hard with it. Hitmonlee, I don't think there's much to explain on this. Fake Out activates the normal gem to activate Unburden, which shoots this speed up to 534. And I calculated this. As you can see, I did not max the speed because I believe 534 outspeeds. I'm going to check this right now. I think I was looking at Alakazam. 372. Okay. 372. I don't know what that noise was. But anyways, I think it was if I... with a +1 boost, 534. No, it doesn't do that. Anyways, I calculated to outspeed something. Maybe Excelgor? I'm gonna check. Ah, now I'm hooked. Sorry, guys. I gotta check this. 427. Yes. Does it outspeed Ninjask? Yes, it does. Does it outspeed Deoxys Speed? Let's see. 504. That's what it was. After normal gem activates the Unburden, this Pokemon outspeeds everything that's unboosted in speed. Like I'm saying, like, you know, neutral 180. So, you know, this becomes quite powerful, this Hitmonlee. So what I did was I made this one adamant on purpose because, again, the whole idea is to activate the normal gem just to get that extra speed up. So I don't have to worry about having a jolly nature and, you know, being outsped. I have to make them fake out, and then I'll just start hitting really hard with close combat, Earthquake, and Rock Slide, which is the best coverage you can get on a Hitmonlee. This is why this thing's probably only RU or NU, because, you know, it can't really get another whole lot of other moves on that. Like, here's a whole bunch of normal moves, fighting moves, which are all good. It's got Rain Dance, no Psychic, is Dark, it's pretty much reduced to Sucker Punch, Poison Jab, you know, stuff like this. He's got Blaze Kick, but, you know, Earthquake and Rock Slide covers just as much as the Blaze, so... yeah, that's another cool feature of that. Anyways, that's pretty much what Hitmonlee is meant to do, just to get mini sweeps, not necessarily to sweep entire teams. If it can do it, hey, I invite it, but otherwise, this is as much as you're going to get from Hitmonlee. Now, this Kabutops, okay, this Kabutops is a very interesting Kabutops. It has done a lot of work for me in some matches that I've tried this out with, so just pay attention to what I've got going on here. As you can already see, I have special defense investment, max speed, it's base 80 speed, so this is actually fairly fast for our RU team, and the rest is into attack investment. Now, again, match these defenses up. Careful nature, so extra special defense, less special attack. My moves: Swords Dance, Waterfall, Stealth Rock, Rapid Spin. Now, the question that I get every single match that I use Rapid Spin is why Rapid Spin? I will tell you why Rapid Spin, because no one expects Rapid Spin on a Kabutops, and when they set up and lose their setups Pokemon, I laugh in their face and go, Rapid Spin, and that's pretty much it for their hazards, and they all rage and, you know, tell me how evil that is, and I go, well, you know, that's just the fun of it. So I wish I had a decent battle that would show Rapid Spinning Kabutops, but unfortunately I haven't had that yet. I've only used it really, you know, a few times, but they weren't really good matches, like they would quit or something like that, so unfortunately I cannot bring you a match of it that yet, but I hope to eventually. Anyways, battle armor, so I am protected against critical hits. Now, the good thing about Kabutops is this thing also quad resists a little bit, but I'll get quad resist some moves, but I'll get into that a little bit later. Nonetheless, the whole point of having the Focus Sash on this Kabutops is I can feel safe setting up the Stealth Rock. If I think that they're going to have Taunt, I have the Waterfall to go through. If I think that they're going to set up first turn, I have the Rapid Spin to immediately respond, maybe break a Sturdy on them if they don't have, or maybe if they have Sash or Sturdy, just to break it. And if I feel like I just want to attack, I can go for the Swords Dance and go for the +2 stab Waterfall, or Rapid Spin, although it sucks, it only has base 20 attack right there. You know, against bulky water types or anything that resists water, Rapid Spin will do, even just as hitting, you know. +2, everything gets a little bit stronger after +2, so I don't discriminate against the Rapid Spin, to be quite honest. It becomes useful again if Waterfall is resisted. So, this is the Kabutops that I run, also known as Harvester. And now for my last Pokemon, which is my Emerald Fang. This is my Shelgon, obviously a Wish-passing Shelgon. Now, unfortunately, I cannot use Overcoat with Wish, it's illegal. And what Overcoat does is protects you against weather. Now, since Hail has left UU and RU and all that stuff, and the most I have are pseudo-weather teams, or the Sand from Hippopotas, I'm not too concerned with having Rock Head, which just protects me from recoil damage, which I'm not using with Double Edge. So, as you can see, Wish Protect, Toxic Fire Blast, meant to stall, meant to Wish Pass, 167 HP Wishes, which is fairly decent, 261, 248, 321, 221, 242. Generally, 167 gets most of my Pokemon back to full, if not up to 90% of their HP. So, this Pokemon is very nice for my team, specially defensive to absorb those attacks like electric attacks, fire attacks, water attacks, grass attacks. It's very nice, especially with the Eviolite. These both get boosted again up to astronomical levels. So, I think that's, what, 327 for his special defense? That's enough. Like, that's just more than enough to wall as a Shelgon. That's the most you can ask from it. Fire Blast is meant to cover those steel and poison types that come in on Toxic and think that they can wall this thing completely. Unfortunately, it only has 8 PP, but when you look at all the fire moves that it gets Fire Fang, okay, might be a little bit better, but it's not too powerful. Flamethrower was my second option, but so far Fire Blast has been working in the matches that I've been fighting with. So, I've been sticking with it. Again, it's not meant to attack, but it's always nice to have the attack. You know, and it's Calm Nature in case I get confused, I hit myself less. You know, this is the type of stuff I think about when I build these teams. So comment, rate, and subscribe. I just realized that I'm about to hit the 15-minute mark, so I will see you guys tomorrow with a couple battles. And until then, let me know how this went, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.